Does anyone want to add anything about Portugal, Spain? Because it was actually kind of an interesting game because Spain got castigated after it for being boring, which I thought was moronic. And even Arsene Wenger jumped on that bandwagon for whatever reason, I don't know, considering he's trying to pattern his teams after kind of the Spanish style. But anyway, G-Man, what do you reckon? And I'll throw it out to the Skypers as well.
I gotta say, even before Arsene Wenger wrote his column on Sunday, I said the match was boring. I said 4-6-0, it's just not doing it for me. You know, and to be honest, Spain, they're a very good team. There's no taking credit away from them. But, you know, just packing the midfield with 6 midfielders, they just seem to dry up the game.
Portugal, Spain was quite a dire affair. It legitimately was quite a dire affair. I mean, my highlight of that night was randomly meeting Jeremy Clarkson after the match, which was just a totally random experience. It was a tremendous experience. It was totally random. Met him and a lady called Joanne Sally as well, and it was the most random occurrence. But that was my highlight of that night. But I don't know, the 4-6-0 formation. Well, in a couple of results time, we're gonna get onto that. But at the end of the day, hey, if it works for Spain, I suppose it works for them. But does anyone else want to add anything about Portugal, Spain before we shift on?
I do. I was just gonna say, it clearly showed how much Portugal were a one-man team, number one, and it pretty much showed how much Spain either can't play the long ball or just won't do it. Period. I mean, everybody said that Spain are the world's best, and yes, they are. But how can a team not be able to adapt to a different style?
Well,
be somebody else. I know it's worked. The ball on the floor has worked for them, but if we look at Barcelona, what's happened? They don't win every single season, whereas Spain have won 3 tournaments on the spin. Okay, It's worked for them successfully, but not all of the players were Barcelona players. So technically, they need a difference in how they play.
Well, with Spain, I actually don't think Spain need a different way to play at the moment, because at the end of the day, I said we're going to come into it in a couple of results time, but they're successful, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it. You might get castigated and get called boring or whatever. I think a lot of that was tinged with a bit of jealousy. In all honesty, I think a lot of that was jealousy. I mean, Arsene Wenger, his team ain't won anything in what? How many years is it now, G-Man? How many years is it now, Jamie? What, 7 years now? And he's coming out. Yeah, but he's coming out. His team ain't won nothing for 7 years, and he's coming out chastising and criticizing a style that is successful and has been successful, except just not for him in recent times.
Yeah, but I'll just rebuttal that quickly, because he might be criticising the style. He ain't criticising the fact that they're winning. He's just saying for him it's a boring style. It's just like when Arsenal were known as the boring Arsenal with their 1-0 victories, you know, when George Graham was manager.
Yeah, but you weren't winning titles under George Graham. I swear it was like Cup Winners' Cup finals. With Spain now, they're literally conquering the world on a literal basis. So I don't know. I don't get how Wenger can criticize a winning style.
That's a moot point. We still won stuff under the boring slogan, and that was the point. It wasn't
much. No, but it wasn't much. And in comparison to Spain, it's nothing. The Cup Winners' Cup is nothing compared to what Spain will win.
Yeah, but Arsenal can't play in the World Cup. In the European Championship. It's a moot point. But
it's not really.
I don't want to get into an argument over that. It's a moot point.
Well, it's not really a moot point because at the end of the day, like Arsenal haven't won a Champions League with their style. They haven't won a Premier League in recent years with their style. I'm just putting this out there. I'm just playing devil's advocate and putting this out there. But for him to be,
I keep saying that Arsene Wenger needs to go.
Well, I'm not saying that, and I've never said that in all honesty. But it's one of them. But
we're talking about a philosophy here that seems to be working for certain people. For Spain, it still works. For Arsenal, it has stopped working. So therefore, we need to change something, and if it has to be that he moves above into the next part of the football sort of manager league, fair enough. But we need somebody who's going to be changing that philosophy, who's going to win things.
Well, that's why I find it weird. Well, you saying that is exactly why I find Arsene Wenger critiquing Spain weird.